Join us on Path of Faith, where we delve deep into the heart of spirituality, offering insights and inspiration to illuminate your path towards a deeper connection with God. God gives us the nuts, but doesn't crack them. Look how interesting that is. God gives us the nuts, but doesn't crack them. And then, based on that, an author, Paulo Roberto Gefke, wrote the following text. There are many people waiting for the cake to be ready. People who expect more than a miracle. They want angels to become accountants and solve their personal accounting that never balances. They spend more than they earn and live in debt. They want angels to become doctors and cure that cirrhosis from years of alcohol, the lung emphysema from many years of smoking, the chronic diseases from years of poor nutrition, the nervous diseases from lack of self-love. The miracle is there every day, available to those who want to change. Available to those who want to change. It's the sun that provides the work, the rain that promotes the plow, the sea that brings the shoal, the river that fills with fish, the technology that creates jobs, life itself that renews and clearly and concisely says, God gives everything you need. It's a time for motivation, for believing more in yourself, using the energy of the soul, of the heart. Time to take the nuts and crack them with the fruits, make cakes, sweets, and ice creams. Then you invite me to come over and eat the cake with coffee with milk. So many possibilities for the miracle to establish itself, for you to see and feel God. Learn then from this lesson. God is not found in lamentation, nor in complaint. God is found in work, in the sweat of the face, of those who devote themselves to good, who don't have time to speak ill of anyone. People who truly discover that they themselves are a true miracle. Beautiful, isn't it? I'm really in favor of that. Enough of this story of thinking that God will do everything for us. God gives us grace all the time. Grace needs to find the task. God gave us for free. God endowed us with many blessings. Now we need to react to all of this. Besides, my people, it's very sad when you realize that the main problem of a person is laziness. Laziness in every sense of life. There are people who are lazy to improve. There are people who are lazy to make an effort to become better human beings. There are people who are practically lazy to clean dust, lazy to work. They wake up already discouraged. They don't want much effort. They want everything to fall from the sky. The world can only be transformed by courageous people, by people who face themselves every day. The biggest challenge you have in life is to tame yourself. Many times you waste a lot of time trying to tame others, trying to take care of others' lives, but the main purpose you have with life is you. The main place to be tamed is you. The main place to be transformed is you. And where I'm talking to you without listening to this, right? So I also immediately listen that the main place to be transformed is me. That I am the first to take the step and change. That laziness doesn't lead anyone anywhere. Roll up your sleeves, go study, go work, go live with dignity. I'm very afraid when people settle into charity. I'm very afraid when people settle into the charity they receive and stop making the effort for it to have conditions, to overcome that moment, to no longer need that charity, so that that charity can be given to someone else who is more in need. The charity we receive, I too. How many times have I been helped? In many moments of our lives, we need help in all aspects. But that moment of being helped is supposed to be transitory. We don't have to spend our whole lives depending on it. That's why we can't stand clingy people. Emotionally needy, right? What is affection? Emotional neediness? It's that person who wants other people's charity all the time, from an affective point of view. Mind you, the love of others is important in our lives, but it's you who have to carry your burdens all the time. Another friend to help us carry life, to carry existence, but you have to deal with your problems, your difficulties. Then, every now and then, you share when it's too heavy, but you don't have the right to establish yourself in laziness, in accommodation, and expect the other to do it for you. And religion that teaches that God does everything is wrong. Honest religion is the one that teaches us that God's grace also needs to find the sweat of our face. Once someone asked Rui Barbosa, the great writer, the great thinker, "What is the secret of your genius, Rui?" Right, I was waiting, thinking, I received good genetics, my father was very intelligent, I'm very capable. Why not? He said, "The secret of my ability is that the sun never surprises me in bed. It means he used to get up early to take care of life." Of course, life has changed. Getting up early doesn't mean much anymore. There are people who work until 3 in the morning so they can't get up early. right? Mauricio, that's your case. I worked almost all night tonight. But getting up early is a metaphor. That is, don't waste time. I'm running after everything I can. Still this week, Leo introduced me to someone. Leo is a person who is responsible for my life, right? All our Natal activities. Leo introduced me to someone, and I was very moved by the story I heard from that person. And then, one of the details, of the many rich details of that person's story, is that the great financial difficulty they go through doesn't prevent that family from dreaming. A woman who completed high school with a lot of effort, with a lot of struggle, a lover of reading. And I found it interesting, beautiful, that this person, she doesn't have the money to buy books. You know what she does? She goes to the bookstore, pretends to look at the books, takes the book there, reads some 5, 6 pages, 10, leaves it there. Then she comes back, takes the same book, reads another 5, 10, because she doesn't have the money to buy the book. But isn't that fantastic, folks? And that moved me so much that I'm going to send her a box of books. It moved me so much because sometimes a person has the book at home, has the money, can buy it, and doesn't have the habit of reading. That creature deprived of so much, materially speaking, but she is not deprived of the essential, which is the will. Will is the greatest wealth a person can have. Because without will, you can give a person a college education, you can give them a house, you can give them a job, but if they don't have the will to live all of that, it will be worthless. It will be worthless to have all that. Now, the person has the restriction, but within her heart, she has this pact with life. She doesn't get discouraged. She makes her daily effort. That's why I don't pity those who make an effort. What I pity is the lazy ones. With those who make an effort, I'm sympathetic, but not with the lazy ones. Help. But the other person also needs to help themselves. They are the first part to make it work. We can't do that. We can't stop people from making this effort. Because sometimes we want to help, but we end up carrying the other person on our backs, assuming their responsibilities. We can't. And this happens in all dimensions of life, including in the affective spiritual dimension. Be very careful, because sometimes we create a state of spiritual laziness in others. They just pass by in the middle of the room. Oh, pray for me, because I need it. Isn't there a type like that who loves it when you put your hand on their head, who prays for them, but they themselves don't make an effort to improve? Oh, you guys need to pray for me, folks, because I'm not well. In these prayer groups, there are many people like that who go there every day and faint and feel sick. Why? They want attention. Or then that affective vampire who always has that look like that. The affective vampire is sad. It sucks all our blood. It grabs onto our jugular. And sometimes it takes time to realize that it was an effective spiritual vampire. It's always begging for our affection, wanting our attention. There is a range of possibilities to do that. Be careful. And sometimes we feed these people. We prevent them from growing. That's why loving is being tough with that person at the right time. I don't hesitate when I need to do that. What about people who want to cling to me and be sticky with me? Why? Because they think I have the solution to their problems. That's why you have to be very careful with those who think you are too necessary. Be careful. If the person thinks you are too necessary for them, be careful. You have to have balance. Even in friendship, isn't it? Even in marriage. Okay, if you're okay, I'm okay. Oh, I don't know. Well, if you want to be okay. Then there's that thing. It seems like conjugal love is very beautiful. Conjugal love needs to be lived all the time in that sharing. But personal lives need to continue the same way. You need to continue to have your own will. You need to continue to be in charge of yourself so you can give yourself more quality to the other. Love isn't this clingy thing that often suffocates. It can't be. That's why sometimes a harsh word is the best expression of love for that person. Grow up, mature, open your eyes, stop it. Stop being a vampire. Go live your life. No, I don't have the solution to your problems. Now, when the other person doesn't want to grow, they're going to play this game their whole life. They stop doing it with you and start doing it with someone else. And they keep sticking to you. It's like a gecko. It sticks where it can. This can't happen. It shouldn't be like this. Life needs to go through our disposition, through our courage, and consciousness all the time. I need to be aware of what my limitations are, what my possibilities are, and act responsibly with all of that. Thank you for joining us on this spiritual journey at Path of Faith. Your participation is key to our community's growth, so please leave your comments, give us a like, share this video, and subscribe for more uplifting content.